Welcome everybody to Pockets Pro Sports. We're here with our third competitor. He's a two-time Australian singles champion and the current Australian singles champion in 2019 due to COVID. Ben Nunan, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Thanks for having me.
That's good. Welcome aboard. I'm glad to see you jump on board with us and take the comp on and see where you go.
Yep, absolutely.
Can you tell me what age you picked up a cue?
I think the first time I actually picked up a cue was about 3, and I was put on a crate in a pub, a milk crate, and I had my first hit, but really started playing properly about 7 years old, 7 or 8. Yeah, so started very young.
So 7 years old, you could map out the table that young, or was it a bit scrappy?
It took a couple of years, but yeah, so obviously playing on the side so you couldn't actually see over the table really at that point. So, but yeah, started very young.
Yeah. How did you actually get involved? Who got you involved?
That would be the old man. So I actually played a lot in the pub, sort of misspent youth. So I played a lot in the pub from around about sort of 8 or 9 till I was sort of 14.
Yep.
Also played a fair bit of snooker. An old friend of mine, Drew Sheehan, used to actually pick me up from school when I was, grade 2 or 3 and take me down to the Q&U in Richmond. So that was great, and played a bit of snooker and pool all at the same time. So
yep.
yeah.
So what age did you play your first competition then?
I think I was 9 in the under 12 Victorian title, actually. Yeah. So
how'd you go there?
I did actually win.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a funny story. Dad actually had to buy me a flat screen TV for that. So
was that the deal?
That was the deal.
Yeah,
that was the deal. So he never thought I'd win, so that was good.
Yeah, beautiful. Coming to, obviously with Australia, you walk into different clubs, pubs, whatever it may be. All tables seem to be pretty different.
Yep.
Come up to comps as well. How long does it take you to adjust to a table?
It's tough these days. For me, it used to not be a problem, maybe half an hour, but it can be if you're not playing a lot. It really comes down to how much you're practicing and playing against better players, I guess. So it does depend on the size of the pockets for me.
Yep.
So and the bounce of the rails are obviously really important as well. So tighter pockets are obviously harder to adjust because you've got to be more perfect on balls, positional wise. So it can take a little bit of time, but generally, 5 or 6 frames. Generally, you're okay.
Do you have any memorable moments in 8-ball?
Yeah, got plenty. I suppose memorable moments as far as winning goes. As you mentioned, a couple of Australian titles. Haven't actually been able to defend it for a couple of years, or for 18 months. But that last one was 13 years in between.
Yep.
So that was a really good feeling to be able to sort of come back after not playing at my best for a while. I haven't really sort of done any practice or anything for a few years now. So that was really nice after a couple of. I actually had a couple of heavy losses before that. So yeah, it was nice to get over the line there. But probably the biggest memories overseas, sort of travelling to England, playing the world titles, and making the semis of the world title over there, world final over there, and just getting pipped at the post.
Yep.
Is probably one of my favourite memories. Yeah.
Yep. And also in 2006, you also made the quarters and got the chance to play by the name of Mark Selby.
Yes.
How was that?
4-time world champion now.
Yep.
It was really nerve-wracking, but it was a great experience. I think he was only 32 in the world or something at that point. Obviously a brilliant player, and no one really knew how good he was until until he obviously won that pretty easily. And yeah, it was a great experience. Yep.
Yeah. And then you obviously battled back a few years later, and 2011, you were saying you lost to Aaron Davies.
Adam Davies. Adam Davies. I was 6-3 up and 8-6 up, and actually had a ball pop out of a hole. Anyone that's played in England knows that they're rubber pockets. So I didn't get another shot after that, unfortunately. But yeah, that was a great experience. Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe he went on to win it. So
he did. Unfortunately. That part sucks, but that's all right.
So obviously you've played some great talent across the world.
Yep.
Who would you say would be your toughest opponent you've ever come across?
2 words: Steve Woods. In Australia for sure. Struggle to beat Woodsy, but there's heaps. There's guys. The guys here. There's probably the top 8 in Australia all at a very similar level now. Overseas, it was guys like Gareth Potts and Mick Hill and blokes like that. But yeah, it's it's a tough gig out there these days. It's the quality.
So, for yourself, where do you see the sport heading in Australia? You said that there's a Steve Woods here in Australia is your toughest opponent. Like, whereabouts do you see this sport going?
Where do I see it going? Oh, look, things like this are massive for the sport. We need promotion. We need sponsors. I suppose the lockdown was tough on everyone, but everyone I know seems to have got more passion back. Like I know I have. Yeah. Rather than playing all the time, it's sort of been nice to have a break. So, look, I think it's with all the YouTube and all the people filming everything now and promoting the sport. I think it's going places. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So you just dropped obviously with sponsors. How do you feel sponsor contribution will affect the comp? Obviously, coming up with the primer event, it is for the sponsors. How do you feel it'll contribute?
Oh, look, I think if the right people are promoting or the game, players wise as well, the people that have been chosen for this hopefully can put on a spectacle. I know we'll all put in a lot of time before it and do our best. So obviously it starts with the players, and then the atmosphere from there. Hopefully we can. With the new rules that are coming in, the Supreme rules, I think that it's a lot more open, that game, with those rules, and there'll be a lot more pot outs and attacking play, which will effectively help with the sponsors. I would have thought.
So coming into it, what's your main focus?
To win? No, look, just to put on a show. Obviously, there's a lot of people doing a lot of hard work behind the scenes in the pool industry that get unnoticed. So. Yeah, just to try and do our bit to promote. We've been playing the guys involved have been playing this game for 25 years plus, or 20 years plus. I know I have. So, just to get the game out there, and hopefully we can get it on a different stage moving forward, and we can all sort of make a living out of it. That would be the main goal, and hopefully that happens through something like this. Yeah.
So, can you tell us why you decided to jump on board and become a player in this event?
Yeah. So, just like I said, just to help. Obviously, promote the sport. I personally want to get back to where I was. It's been a long time since I've had the sort of urge to play, and so just sort of getting that back, playing a bit of snooker now, and just over the last week. So really starting to get back to somewhere where I can compete properly again. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
So we'll just speak, and obviously on the Supreme rules, it's going to be on Supreme tables.
Yep.
I don't think you're too familiar with the rules, and how do you think you'll adjust, and how do you think you'll compete?
Yeah, so all I know is that it's more attacking. Obviously, I believe it's no two. Look, I won't even guess what the rules are. I have to look over it again. But it's a much more. It's just no pocket blocking really. At the end of the day, from what I can tell, you can use an extra shot to do certain things with the object balls. So definitely looking forward to it. I think it'll definitely suit my game because I'm more attacking than most. Unfortunately, that's not good at times, but for these rules, it should be good.
Beautiful. Is there anything you'd like to say to other competitors playing?
Look out! I'm hitting the ball. No, just we've all played each other many times, so we're all mates, and hopefully, we can put on a show.
Beautiful. Yep. Last but not least, advice for the young guys coming through, even the young women. Basically all the juniors out there, any advice you could give them coming through?
Yeah, so I guess myself, when I was a junior, I had a lot of support from top players that were professional at the time, or amateur professionals, I suppose, in Australia. Firstly, see if you can get to a table or get a table at home, but also I guess the main thing is reaching out to people that are high in the sport, or the professional players / elite players. Obviously, when time permits, most of us are happy to help. Yeah. So just reach out and but we need juniors. That's the issue with the sport at the moment. I know when we were juniors, guys like the Zappiers and the Robinsons and all that, we all had access to tables and tournaments, and it just got better and better. Whereas now there's not enough juniors out there. So I think we need to do our bit to get that happening again and promote the sport.
And hopefully, obviously, with this event, it's going to bring the attraction of the young ones, and we'll see where we can take it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That should be good.
Well, there you guys have it. Our third competitor, Ben. Thank you very much, mate.
No worries. Thanks for having me. Cheers.